Lock your doors and hide all your women. Yeah, we're coming to town. Drop your drawers and hey, let's all go swimming. Good times, yeah, they are abound. You'll never know just what we're talking about. There's no doubt. And you'll never know just what the crazy guest might say. But that's okay. You'll find out on the Wildcat Chat. Yeah.
It's YeNDoR'S WiLDCaT Chat. Shout! It's YeNDoR''s WiLDCaT Chat. Shout! It's YeNDoR'S WiLDCaT Chat. Shout! It's YeNDoR''s WiLDCaT Chat. Shout! It's YeNDoR'S WiLDCaT Chat. Show with Rod and Shane on the microphone.
What up? It's a Saturday night. What? We're doing it on a Saturday. This is YeNDoR'S WiLDCaT Chat. We are a Taft High class reunion broadcast. What? Yes, your favorite. I'm just hanging out in my bedroom. I figured I'd be very transparent with you guys and just let you see what really goes down back in the saddle. We will reconnect, reminisce, share some laughs. Just so you folks know, no expectations, because these aren't trained professionals that we'll have on. They're not paid actors, in other words. And we are unscripted. And I gotta tell you, we don't really know on what's going to happen. So that keeps it spontaneous, right? So I just want to tell you that I miss you guys. And it's been a while that we have done this on a Saturday night or a Friday or any night rather. But I'm just stoked to do this. And guess what, folks? We have Mr. Shane Gentry. I was just talking about Shane Adams a little while ago, and I was like, what? He may come on too. But folks, without further ado, let's go ahead and give him an intro.
Do you like rock and roll music?
I am very excited about this. Let's bring him on!
He's gonna host the show.
He's got his own intro
He's
music.
a man on the street, everybody knows. The paper every drink when it comes to town. He's everybody's money.
He's coming downtown.
Shane Train's coming. Shane Train's coming.
Adding to the lineup for the Wildcats, number 61,
Yes.
Shane
What? Guitar solo. Where are you, Chris? We miss you, buddy.
Yeah, we could use them.
Chris has a prior engagement this evening and not able to make it. But Shane Gentry,
Hi.
the one and only,
How are you?
He's here.
Yeah.
He's here.
Good to see you.
How are you,
Yes.
dude? It's been a while. So what's been going down with you, Mr. Class of 90? Huh?
So this week, my daughter got home early from Penn State for the break for Thanksgiving, so that was great. My oldest baby's back. My son's been busy with school. We're trying to get him involved with some extracurricular stuff, be more active and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just a fun Sunday. It's just a fun parental Sunday. Like, if you sleep in, you're loungy, you eat bad food, you go to the park, do whatever, something for fun. My dad, who lives near me now, in past conversations, whoever's listens probably knows he's moved up here near me. So I'm more involved in my dad's life. He's elderly, so we hang out and do stuff and go places. He's happy to be around the grandkids, and it's a good time. Things are getting very fall-like. All the leaves are getting many colors or dropping from trees. I got a wild hair up my ass. I started to break out some of the Christmas stuff, just to prep it, right? So when the weekend comes and I'm ready to put it up, I got it sorted out. When Griswold, like started plugging in all the lights to see what
Mhm.
worked, what didn't.
Yeah.
I'm prepping. It's a staging area. I got to see what lights are working, what's not, and see what I'm working with or what the kids want. It's for the kids. If I didn't have kids, I probably wouldn't put crap up. I'd be Scroogey. But yeah, it's all fun. It's all good stuff, man. It's all good
Yeah,
stuff.
I was telling Rachel I'm gonna get things kind of straightened up and organized around the house first, and then I'll decorate. I have like my garage is just crazy right now with everything on other rooms. I'm just putting it into the garage, and I'm doing the garage last. And then up come the lights. Hopefully, it comes soon. So,
Right?
but
Your
yeah,
hair
man, it's been a while since we've had you on, huh?
is
Which
your hair down to your waist now? How do you keep it trimmed once in a while?
I cut it off right here so you can't see how actual long it is. It's still there. Yeah, I just got out of the jacuzzi, so I've got like chlorine here. It smells
Have you
nice.
ever been approached by anyone who does theater and say, "Yo, you need to play the lead in Jesus Christ Superstar at our theater troupe"? Like, did everybody ask you, "Hey, you could be this character because of your hair"?
You know what's funny? No, not even one time. No, what's funny is I didn't think of it as being as much of a social experiment, having longer hair, because you go into the grocery stores or places, and some people look at you like, get your act together. Why don't you get your life together? Cut your hair,
He gets some whole he must
start
be one
putting
of them
shoes.
dope smoking hippies.
They're like, stop putting wear shoes rather than sandals when you wear pants. Come on, what's wrong with you? But I got my sandals on the floor right now.
Whispers behind the potato aisle.
But
I
then
bet
then
he
there's
smokes that dope.
but then on the other end, there's people that hug it. And then I'll wear my band shirt to,
Just
well,
tell him you're a roadie for Pearl Jam or something, you know?
I'm a roadie for Pearl
I
Jam.
get them weed wherever they stop at for the concert.
Okay, I got a question for you, Shane. See if you can guess who this guy is. What?
Oh, that's Missing Tooth Bandy? Oh, hell yeah, look at that.
I wonder if he got his teeth
He's got
back.
Coach written all over him, man. Look at him.
Oh, we have a guest. Oh, it's our musical guest. We got to bring him on. He just popped on. I'm gonna give him his own intro for his own intro for his intro. How you like that? I can't find it. Oh, there he is. What's up? Chris is in the house. Wait, hold on. There we go. Folks, he's got a bloating head today. He has a lot of explaining to do about his floating head. What's up, Chris? He looks like he's hanging out in the darkness. Rod and Shane and Chris on the microphone. How you doing, Chris?
How's it going? I'm
good.
good.
Chris, you made it.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll be. I don't have the best service where I'm at. So
You're in Stephen Floyd's garage, aren't you?
yeah.
I moved, Chris. See my background. See my sexy
Oh,
time. See,
that's
this
amazing.
This is one of my candles. See,
He has a rainforest bedroom in Thailand somewhere.
in Thailand. Well, good to have you on. We have a special guest today. I've been wanting to get this guy back for quite a while. Mr. Christopher Bandy. What? Remember him? What's this guy?
Nice quaff.
He looks a little younger than that pic, high school pic. How you been, Chris?
Been all right. Been good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So what was it that you came back from? Did you perform tonight with a band? Was that what went down?
I performed last night. There's this band called Jordan Biggs. They lost their guitar player, so they asked me to step in. So yeah, I did that last night. That was a fun show. It wasn't my kind of music at all, but
so you had to learn like all of their music, right? Or most of it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, Rod, if you're musically accomplished like Chris, you can improvise, and pick up, and feel the vibe, and jump right in. See, I'm sure he's talented enough to like fit the groove. So, do you get any groupies or like lot lizards? Like if you park in the back lot.
There's neither of those things where I'm at here. I'm really in the middle of nowhere right now. So there's just a truck stop along the way, and I'm
See, lot lizards, they're lonely,
Lot lizards.
Who's that
Yeah,
gal with the short
they
skirt
actually,
named Katie wants some Marlboros and say, "Hey, let me
You know, it took me a minute. I figured out why you said floating head. All of a sudden, I go, "Oh, his head's floating, literally." Oh, there it is.
yeah,
You're all
I
head.
don't have a stand for my phone, and I'm just in my truck, and it's nighttime, so it's just dark.
Are you
The
parked?
best I can do.
Best you can do. You guys have big Thanksgiving plans coming up?
I'm spending mine with a lady friend.
Ooh,
Ooh, he has arrangements.
do tell,
Everyone.
do tell.
A lady friend.
A
Ladies of
lady
the
friend.
night with a floating head. Does her head float too?
No, not just her. I mean, there'll be other people there as well. So, but you know, she's a friend. She's a lady.
To bear
A
witness.
lady, and she's a friend.
You have an audience, right? Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Right.
I think after you graduate from like elementary school or high school, you should call her lady friend as opposed to girlfriend. It sounds
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Once I hit like 30, I was like, girl.
I call it.
Girlfriend.
I just call it a special arrangement.
It sounds wrong. I think it sounds wrong.
Yeah.
I have one of our
There's no transactions involved, so it's legal.
one of our neighbors. I think they're like in their 70s, close to maybe even 80, but he calls each other girlfriend, boyfriend. I think it's kind of cute though. At the same time,
Yeah.
she's my girlfriend. So
Maybe
you guys,
there's
I want to
go
mention. Do you guys have any Chris Bandy stories you want to share at all before he comes on? He's really close. I think he's brushing his teeth or something. He's
There you
probably
go,
primping.
man.
He's primping in the mirror.
Well,
You know, Bandy was our I think Shane, you were number 2 guest on our show, and Bandy was actually the very first guest on the show.
he was the first regular occurrence. So him and Julio were a thing, right? Remember, you catch him in the backyard in the summer because COVID, and they were on all the time. So Bandy would chill, and like Julio with the shirt off eating pizza behind him, or he'd be in the backyard grilling, and Julio's back there with the grill with him. So like they were like a thing, right? We had them as a regular. They were a fixture on your show.
Oh yes, they came as a pair. Hey, you know what? I think he's ready to come on. He's bubbling me right now. He says, "Is my video working?" He's got a background. He's in the lobby, and mi quiero. Oh, I got to show this. Oops, I got to show this right quick.
Traveling Chihuahua in the middle of nowhere in Iowa. Where'd you get this?
For those,
Yeah.
for those of you that don't follow us religiously, check them out. What? He's a pineapple. He's a pineapple.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and do this. I guess I'll play your intro then, Chris, unless you just want to hum the bars. Bring him on. Here, I'll give him a little bit of an intro. I don't have Sweet Caroline, which is his actual intro. Neil Diamond didn't make it to the show, so we'll give him this guy. Hope he pops on. Whoa, give him some bass in the face.
Bass in the face.
There it is. Is he on? Yeah. Oh, there's a spam. Chris. Yeah, he is 4 years. He is 4 years younger than me. Bando, where are you?
Rod, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I see a picture. There is a picture of you and your face.
It says everyone can see and hear me, but apparently only I can be heard. Which is probably better off that way, if we're being honest. But
I don't know why is it doing that? Yeah. We don't know why we can't see you.
Well,
See, that's why we should do some sound check before we get started.
I can always switch to my fancy iPhone. You know what I mean?
Why don't you pop out and we'll pop you back in on your iPhone? See, I more than likely think that's gonna work.
Okay.
All right.
Will do. But you guys sound fabulous and look fabulous. By the way.
You sound sexy, Bandy. That's what happens.
I'm
you sound
sexy.
Trying
to.
All right, we'll do it all again. Act like this never happened.
Yeah, let's pretend like that.
Let's pretend. All right, let's do it. Whoa. All right, Bandy's left the show. Bandy's out of here. Let's go ahead and kick him out. We're just gonna kick him
Good,
from
right in.
studio.
You trying to make
Well,
him
that
sound
was
like
fun.
whack-a-mole, man. They pop out, pop back in.
I
And,
know.
like, is it the hokey pokey? Turn yourself around and
Are we
you
at
know.
Chuck E. Cheese? Are we at Chuck E. Cheese right now? You
Don't
know,
say
that's the only time I got busted. Let's change a quick story before he pops on. I got busted at Chuck E. Cheese when I was about 14 years old, folks.
doing
Check this
what?
out. I was playing whack-a-mole. And apparently, you can't just put your hands on the thing and just
You
push
laid your whole
whatever.
body on all the holes.
Yeah, I had my elbow, my hand, elbow, hand, and I go, hey buddy, come over here, grab the other two. So we're like holding down on it, and we're just like pumping it, you know what I mean? Getting on the tickets, and then till the worker walks over and goes, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Until the worker. Dun dun dun.
I almost got kicked out of
I
Chuck E.
knew
Cheese.
that Rod kid was a troublemaker because he had his reputation preceded him because of school and Mr. Wickwire saying, yeah, he's talking about like a what was that phrase you tried to say? The
Which one?
duel, the to a do a something. Well, you used to make jokes about their phrases, right? And what was that? No, you told me the story about it.
He used to call me
Gosh.
Mr. Bacilli because he was my biology teacher, and I'm rod shaped, like bacilli. I'm not sure if you follow biology. It's like a cell. It's like that's shaped rod shaped, and he used to call me Mr. Bacilli. Mr. Bacilli.
You're
Oh.
confusing the public now, Rod. Must be all that dope he smokes with that long hair. You know, like you talk about at the grocery store, they look at him and judge him. You know, he says, "Oh, so Rod said."
Mr. Bacilli. Oh yeah, shout out to Miss Monique. Hopefully that she comes on later and surprises us. She had the invite and she's recovering.
Oh, I know. Paradox. You said you tried to be funny in class. You said it's two doctors. No, what was it?
Oh, I did say that. That was a long time ago.
You said paradox. See, you told me that story. You
For
were the
some
wise ass
reason,
in class.
yeah, teachers don't like it when you get a laugh in class. I don't understand that. Like, I'm just trying to shake up your boring lecture. No offense, Mr. Wickwire. So there you go.
Mr. Edmondson, define paradox. And he said, two doctors? And
Two
hee
doctors.
ha ha. The whole class laughed. And Rod with his long hair got the jokes. And, you know.
Folks, while we're waiting for Bandy, I think she goes through some pictures, huh? I have some in the queue. Of course, we have, let me see here. Oh, of course, we have this one, Chris. Check this out. What? Hey. I want to find out with Bandy, why was he so upset in picture number 2? He looks like.
Wait. That was called, what was it?
Doesn't he look like, I mean, I can't have ice cream after my photo shoot?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What was those photos called? They were called double takes. Like, what was the thing? It was a thing in the 80s, right? What was it called?
I don't know. I didn't get.
Like,
almost like glamour shot
picture, but it gets the. Oh, we're gonna get up close and personal and capture the true humanity and what they're thinking at the moment. And he's saying, "I wish I had that ice cream." You know.
I know. Then he says, "You're not getting ice cream when we're done. You're gonna go and do your chores." And then he starts cheering up.
You gotta
take that shot.
You gotta do your sit-ups tonight, kid. And you need to eat your green beans.
Yeah, but check this out. And congrats to Bandy. We're having a
God bless
spectacular
dude, great
season. And he went to 10-0 and he lost last week. It was so surprising, but
that's awesome.
Congrats, Bando.
Homegrown friend, making it big and chasing his passion, coaching successfully in a local school.
Daddy, be proud.
He has a talent and it runs in the DNA because his daddy was coach TC, but the mighty Cougars back in the old days. And man, good story, good stuff.
Absolutely. Oh, folks, I think he's back. Folks. Let's give him another intro. Is this the third intro? I don't know. We'll see. All right, folks. Coming straight at ya. Head coach of Frontier High School.
Yes.
Stop the music. There you go. See? Boom.
Oh,
I just shut Chris Walter up just right there. See? I have you on.
Come on.
Stop the music. Chris Bandy, how are you, man?
I'm good. That was an adventure. I almost feel like Gup in the very first episodes where we could never connect with him.
Yeah.
And or
I thought you were
feel
doing
like
that on purpose. I thought you were doing it on
No.
purpose.
I wish, man. I don't know. My computer video didn't work all of a sudden. But
Frontier High. Oh
yeah.
man, the program.
Oh, dude.
Friday Night Lights.
Dude, fill us in. What was it like to have such a successful season like that, man? I watched the highlights. I'm so impressed by you and your coaching capabilities and leadership, dude.
Well,
Fill
thanks,
us in.
man.
I'm gonna eat my plum.
It was plumb crazy. No, it was good. I mean, obviously, you work so hard in the off season, and I mean, I try to explain it to people. I worked, 25 years to become a head coach, and to finally have like a 10-0 regular season and be a league champ is obviously like the crowning achievement. Now, obviously, playoffs, we wish we would have done a little better in playoffs, but when you lose with 11 seconds left, that's part of it. But we played some big boys, and that happens. But it was awesome. Really, really happy with everything. I'm just blessed. I'm honestly blessed to be where I'm at and with the people I'm with, and I got Brent Durkin, another Taftian by my side, coaching with me. So it's obviously
Oh, he's he's also a coach with you?
Yeah, he's been coaching
I did
me
not realize that.
Yeah, he's been at Frontier for as long as I have, 7 years. So
I didn't realize that.
So
Jeez,
it's
I must have been in the hole this whole time.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. It goes by really fast, though. I'll tell you that much. It's crazy. And the coolest thing is my son's on the team. He's a junior, and so I got to share that experience with him.
Oh, sorry about that.
I think that calls for music, and a good time. But no, it's cool to experience with him too. And I mean, when you grow up and obviously you guys all know my dad was a coach. There he is, Mark Bandy.
There he is.
There's the man.
He has an awesome name with Mark. He's got my middle name. So there you go.
Yes, he does. There he does.
Great,
that's right.
Great locks. Great full head of hair.
He does. Man. He definitely gets that from the mom side, the Italian
baby.
side.
Yeah,
He's got that half Italian, half Mexican side.
I love a good thick head of hair. See, when you get older, you envy shit like that because like you get thinner. And I'm just like, look at that mane, baby. Look at that mane.
I know.
The kid's thick, shiny hair, baby.
I mean, when we're talking about hair, you can't. I mean,
we gotta get another.
Rodney's there, of course.
Right.
Another shot of
look at that, dude.
Is that natural? Does he perm it, or does he go?
No, he's got those curls, man. I think that comes a little bit from Don Bandy.
Oh, that's healthy.
My dad had the good afro going on back in the 70s, and so it's a good mix though. But he's a little upset because mom's going to give him a haircut tomorrow, and he's like, "Oh no, I don't need a haircut." But it's pretty nappy right now. I'm not going to lie.
But YeNDoR has long hair. Can I be like YeNDoR?
Yes.
Did he say that?
It just grows up and like froey though. It doesn't have the long.
It's the broccoli thing.
Look.
A lot of kids got the broccoli thing going.
Oh, they all do.
You know what?
They all do. It's crazy.
It's kind of high and tight, but they grow the top out like
exactly.
I was getting ready to crimp my hair before the show, but I ran out of time. Yeah, but
that was it. Yeah, I was gonna braid mine, but I thought, no, I'll let it.
Hey, Coach, can I say a few things? I've been dying to have you on, and I know there's bigger priorities. You've been living life. Number one, you're a family man, and number two, you got the coaching and the program you lead. I've been dying to bring up some things.
Yes,
for those who are listening. Number one, thank you for what you do. I mean, coaching and leadership. You're molding young men. So, here's my thoughts. Like, not only was this, I think you have, obviously a natural knack and talent for coaching. That's your passion, and you followed that path and teaching. What people don't realize, outside of the accomplishments of, and congratulations on your season.
Thank you.
What you did up, however far you got. And I love the posts you put out with the school, the promotion, like those. That was awesome. I wish we had that. Like the players get out there and be like, music to it. It's so cool. Like, can you explain like who produces that? Like who brings that about? Like bring the kids out.
Friday Night Lights situation.
Yeah. It's honestly, I mean, that's kind of newer to me because I'm kind of old school, but it's a kid that played for me at Frontier about 5 years ago, and literally, like, you want to talk about like the perfect time. Like he just happened to text me and say,
He
"Hey,
produces that for you guys?
oh yeah, he
Oh,
started."
how cool!
So he started his own video production company. It's called Eternal Axe Productions, and he was, I mean, a phenomenal player for us. Really great kid, and just a great kid. So he comes back, and I kind of lost touch with him. I kept in contact a little bit. His mom was a security guard at the school, so I just check in with her and see how he's doing. And he was kind of paving his own way. And then he's like, "Hey, coach, I started our own production company with video stuff, and I'd love to, just try it out and start with you guys." And
Oh, that's awesome.
and
Dude,
the
your
funny
kids
part is,
must love that. They
oh,
showcase them.
dude, it's
Oh man, they're like
with all the TikTok
flexing.
and the Instagram being as huge it is. It's like, I mean, it's honestly, it's done a lot for our program as far as like excitement and just bringing
Oh
like
yeah,
the
it brings
marketability to.
enthusiasm, right?
Oh, it's so
how can
it's
one
so
view
cool.
these videos? Where do you
Okay,
have these posted?
so we have a Facebook page, Frontier. I think it's a Frontier_Titan football. But we also, if you go to like Instagram, Eternal Axe Productions Instagram, he posts all those on there. And there's like, it's kind of cool because he does like pregame speeches and like coaches interviews and like
Dude, it's
just kind of
motivational,
candid
man.
stuff.
I felt like I could put the pads back on. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is awesome!"
I know. I was like, I was kind of skeptical at first, not skeptical, but just like, I don't know how it's going to turn out. And then he'd say, "Hey, I want to mic you up," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I better watch myself here." But you just kind of, I mean, and the cool thing is like he films every practice for us, so we put that on, and all the kids we get to go over the film with the kids from every practice because he's there every practice with a drone filming our practices. I mean, it's like a Division I college atmosphere with the film work we get to do and the hype videos and all that stuff.
So,
It's like,
are they mic? Are you getting mic'd as well? Like,
oh yeah,
what
yeah,
you're saying?
he'll like come up and put a mic on me after post game speeches, and for kids, he like has kids do little interviews and stuff. It's like next level stuff. Like honestly, we're blessed to have him, but I don't think we'll have him very long because he's going to be like at a college somewhere doing like legit stuff. But we'll keep him as long as we can. We'll hide him. But it's cool. I know Shane's been checking that out. I can tell because it's pretty cool.
Well,
man.
it's on your feed, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's on our Instagram page and all that stuff. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it on your feed. I saw the interview. So that was him that was doing the interview with you, right?
Yeah. But if you go to his Eternal Axe Productions, he's got like from the whole season, like all these other videos and candid talks with coaches and stuff, and it's like super cool, man. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Hey Rod, I just want to say this, Coach. So
Shane, you don't have to call me Coach. You can call me Baby.
No, okay. I'm honoring you, bro. I want to say it. I'm saying this as a compliment because
thank you. I appreciate that.
Your great run this season. But no,
thank you.
People who don't realize coaches at the high school level, and I can't speak for college or pros, there's a lot on them. They're not only probably teachers in the program, but there's a lot of hours. They're probably away from their wife and their family a lot, and they have a supportive family. And I'm not speaking for you. I don't know what you do, Mr. Bandy.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to bring out, and I think about this a lot because probably because I'm passionate about it. Like if you come up and you played the sport and you've gone through the journey of football, in high school level, if you had good coaches, if you're fortunate to have good coaches, they're not only great teachers and mentors in the sport and their craft. All right, I'm going to teach you how to block, do this and that. Off the field is what people don't realize. They're great mentors off the field. You might have a player or two who has a broken home and they think of you as a father figure because there's something jacked up. Or you think about, oh, I want your advice, coach. What do you think about this? Or like I'm doing this project in class. You reach levels with a coach, even if it's not even the head coach, maybe like an assistant coach, but they matter. And young men, when you're molding young men, it means a lot because that's an impressionable chapter of their life. And I just want to say, I appreciate you and what other great coaches do and good people who mean well, trying to teach young men to be young men, because it's not just on the field, but like they might, I don't know your personal experiences, but I'm sure some have met you off the field and maybe talked about things or asked things about whatever.
You're
And
a role model, man.
you might have helped them navigate something. But thanks for that, because we need more of that in the world, and that's a good positive thing. It's just helping young men become better men. That's a good thing, man. I appreciate what you do.
I really appreciate that. It's I mean, that's honestly more important than winning any game on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Like I could go 0-10 and I think still have a great impact on kids and their experience and their high school experience and who they become as men and what kind of parents they become and husbands they become. And so that's kind of why I like high school. I used to want to, you know, because my dad was a Taft college coach, and I used to be like, oh, I want to be a college coach. I want to coach for USC. And then I was like, you know what? You know, anybody can coach. I mean, not anybody, but you know, you don't have the same impact necessarily, I don't think, as you do at that level, because you're just always trying to save your job, basically, and recruiting and all that stuff, and you're away from your family, and you're always on the road. And the more recruiters I would talk to that I would meet, I'd be like less interested in coaching college, because they're always either changing schools because that coach got fired or that coach got fired, and now they're flying this way, flying that way, and they're never by their family. So I'm like, I just want to coach and have an impact on kids and you know, and hopefully you know, leave it better than when I found it. So.
Although if they called you and said
said here's $2 million, could you coach us? Yeah, at this point in my life, at this point in my life, I'd probably sign up for the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back then, I was, you know, you just kind of weigh the things, and obviously, I got a 12-year-old daughter. It's about to be 13, and a 6-year-old son. So, I mean, it's like it'd be hard to say. I want to, you know, I'm just going to sign up to be away from you guys for a lot of time.
You want to see something adorable, Shane? Check this out.
Oh yeah, that's my girl.
There she is.
That's good stuff right there.
Hey, you know it's funny.
You never know what happened in the queue, Bandy. You never know.
I know, dude. You are locked and loaded these days.
Dude, he's ready, isn't he? He's like, he got stuff.
This is impressive, Rod.
He's got stuff on the table.
What? Hey, that was I think that might have been NFL draft day. I got a thing over here, so I got Gup and Franco, and they come over every NFL draft, and we just get a little crazy and watch the draft.
That's awesome, dude.
You know what'd be awesome though? I picture this. Here's a little a side story. So one day, Coach Bandy, he decides, okay, I'm going to make this big leap and sign with a college and coach. And in the background on signing day, Julio's behind you, shirtless, eating a slice of pizza. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great?
Eating a pizza.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to get that chance. But if I did, I would demand that Franco did that.
Oh, that's funny.
He could be your side guy. Like, what was it? What was that song? That band called The Time, doing the Bird in the '80s.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That one guy with the mirror or the umbrella. Like Julio could be hanging out there with the pizza and the umbrella. Or whatever.
Yeah.
How's he doing nowadays, Franco?
He's good, man. He's good. He's busy. His daughter's playing volleyball. She's a good volleyball player, so he's all in on club volleyball and year-round volleyball and travel ball. But he's I'll tell you what, he's a great dad, man. He invests a lot of time in her, and so he used to coach. He coached a couple years for me at Frontier too, and then he gave it up because he didn't want to miss his daughter's volleyball and put everything into her chance to being the best she wanted to be. So kudos to him for that. Yep.
Super dad.
Yeah.
It's funny whenever I walk down the park and I see a dad like playing catch with his kid. I always say "Super Dad," and then it always gets a big grin on his face, like, "Really, me? Yeah." You know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now who is the super dad from Taft High.
Exactly.
And of course, I did Brent Durkin. That guy.
Yeah.
Is the dude? His kid also is on our team. He's the same age as my kid.
He's a stud, isn't he? Right?
Oh yeah,
daddy.
He's gonna be. He's already got Division I baseball offers. He's like one of the top rated junior pitchers in all of America, basically. And we had to talk him into playing football because he had an injury in the offseason, but he was a stud football player for us too. But what's funny is like Brent and I, when Greg Newton coached, like when our kids were little, they all played together, you know, so we coached like Golden Empire or NOR, and then Jack Frost and Brogdon's kid played for us. Mike Goodwin's kid. We all coached together and played together. Kind of go their separate ways a little bit. You know, a couple go to that high school.
I got a
couple go
picture.
there.
I got a picture in the queue. I'm trying to figure out who
yeah.
it is. I think this Mike Goodwin's in here. Check this out.
Yeah,
there's
there
Franco.
There's a good one. Yeah.
There he is. Yeah.
Check out
Julia got the 80s mustache like I had one. Look at
Oh,
Burrito with
yeah.
the hat flipped up with attitude. Look, yeah.
Is that Sammy? Is that Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy with
It is.
Sammy. Yeah.
He has the mohawk from summer has grown back in. So it's a little more carpet going on.
I'm a picture digger. Check this out. What?
Oh God.
Oh yeah,
that's a
so
sexy Franco.
Those are
it
classic.
almost looks like it's a party at Pablo Escobar's back.
Look how many buttons that Franco went down on his shirt. It's to his navel.
Yes, I love it.
He has everything with the gold chain. He needs a gold chain.
If Franco would have ever gone back to Dominican, you know, he might have had to stay there and become like a billionaire of some kind of lord that we don't want to talk about. But you know, he had that look about him.
He did. I think him and Cruz.
Randy, I want to say something, man.
Yeah.
So when we see with social media, of course, everything's so fluid and right there in your face.
Yeah.
As fellow Taftians,
yes,
we always, well, in my opinion, me, Rod, I'm sure, who knew you or friends with friends, we see someone else enjoying success or going to great places. We were pulling for you and saw your journey, and when you post about you were hitting the playoffs, and we would follow it. Like, okay, we want to see
awesome.
Next round they won this, and we were pulling for you. Just so you know, you had a lot of people just wishing for the best, and we see all these posts of your young studs and your boys you're molding and mentoring, and they're being excited about the program. I'm impressed. It's almost like Friday Night Lights, like the movie. Like you guys got this big. You've evolved this program to a good, solid, steady program now, and you have a good thing going. Tell us more about it. Like, do you foresee in the future, like, this being pretty prominent? Like, Frontier is going to be the thing of Bakersfield and like face playoffs every year? Or
yeah, I mean that's obviously the what the goal is. I mean we've worked hard to get where we're at, I think, and I think we've built a sustainable, you know, kind of program and culture within our program. And you know, when I first took over at Frontier, they were losing a lot of kids to the Liberties and the Garcises and stuff like that. And we've been not only been able to keep the kids that, you know, were in our district for the most part, but now we're, you know, I think the word's getting out that we got a lot of good coaches and we're doing a good job and trying to get our kids out to the next level. So kids are wanting to be a part of our program, and instead of leaving, they're coming to us, you know, and that's cool, you know, that they you know, the parents and everything look as us as a location they would want their kids to attend and be a part of. And I think definitely, you know, we've this year like this, you know, when you go 10-0 and you beat, you know, Liberty's been the team to beat, you know, they hadn't lost the league game in 27 games. And we were the one to beat them, which was awesome. And they were defending state champs and stuff like that. So that was a huge win for us. And it's one of those, you know, kind of culture changing moments of your program. And now you guys got to keep building off it and go back to work and make sure you sustain it and make your place to, you know, a destination where people want to stay and be at, and the excitement's there. And you know, obviously we got some really good young players that are going to be Division I guys. So that doesn't hurt either. I mean, they all make us coaches look smarter. Let's be honest. But,
I have a question, Bandy. Bandy. So knowing you since high school, you've always been this like fun-loving, kind, generous.
Yeah.
You check a lot of boxes, but
thanks,
when you get onto the field, how does it translate until it's a Bandy that you'd never have known before? You get fired. You turn into Clint Watts is my question.
I kind of. I mean,
come on, guard. I mean,
you know
what I mean?
It's there's a term called grass fever, and a lot of coaches know that. And I mean, I think
throw the clipboard on the ground. I mean,
Shane, I'm not going to say I've never done it, but I'm not usually that kind of. I'm pretty intense, but like Shane knows, he played football, you know, and it's like you can be the nicest guy in the world off the field.
It's emotional, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an intense game, it's a passionate game, and I played it for a long time, and now I've coached it for a long time. And like you care so much about something, you're so passionate about it and you put so much work into it that I mean it's when you're on the field Friday night, like you kind of lose yourself in the moment, and there is a different bandy out there on the field.
It's
I'm
a
not gonna
great
lie.
experience.
But do you
I'm
have
just
it? Do you
saying.
have it in the back of your head though? We're not in the early '90s anymore, and you get kind of looked at it differently now. As far as like, you
Yeah,
got to watch your words. You can't just go
yeah.
off
I
the
mean,
cuff, and you have an audience behind you that's watching. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you got to be careful of what you do and say. I mean, especially now because there's phones everywhere, social media everywhere, which
They record
kind of got caught up in some of that with some of our kids doing, I mean, nothing goes by anybody anymore without being seen or heard on social media. So it's like, yeah, but
Yeah, that was my other question too, because like 90% of teenagers are on social media, and I didn't realize it
yeah,
was so high. How do you get these kids like not on their phones the whole time? Do they
hey,
sneak their phone inside of their,
Nope.
you
Keep
know what
your
I
the
mean?
phones
good,
in the locker. Put your phones
yeah,
in the
the
locker.
good thing is there's never phones at practice. So
Yeah.
I mean, the hard part is keeping them
That in
off it.
itself is impressive. Just if you got
Yeah,
that far.
I mean, it's hard though. It's hard. I mean, shoot, I can barely keep my own kids off their phone if I want them to. I mean, you go to dinner and it's like, put your dang phones away, man. Like, what the heck?
I got to
But
take a picture of my meal
it
real quick and
is,
post it,
yeah.
you know?
I mean, I even have trouble sometimes. Like, I gotta check myself and say, get off the dang phone, man. What are you doing?
See, I
It's
don't know. I don't know if you can speak for this,
yeah,
Chris, because you were kind of in a couple years uh, under my grade, but there
yeah,
was in our era when the coach grabbed that face mask and shook you to bits
yeah,
when you effed up. Like to me, like there's always this whole different. Okay, different generations, they're getting
yeah,
sensitive,
for sure.
whatever. To me,
Yeah,
I liked that because it lit a
right.
fire. It made me want to make better what I screwed up before, and I went
Yeah,
out there and took care of business. But now it's like, it's different. But like I love when Coach Brown just like almost broke my neck and
yeah.
said, "Look, man, you're not doing A,
I,
B, and C."
I,
And I
I,
went out there and it helped me, like motivated me. But
I
like
have
it's
a I have
I
a theory. I have a theory real
yeah.
quick, Bandy. I have a theory.
Okay,
That
let me
is
tell
the
you.
reason you have Brent Durkin as a sissy coach. Good cop, bad cop. Is that what goes down?
Hey,
You
nobody
know?
got a clipboard broke over his head more than Brent Durkin. Let's be honest.
wait, what?
No, I'm just joking. Like I remember Coach Newton when Durkin one time at
Oh yeah, sorry.
Porterville High School, he threw like the
Yeah.
same interception like 5 times. I'm like, and I remember seeing a clipboard get broken. And I'm like, that was awesome. But nobody loves Coach Newton more than me and Brent Durkin. I'll tell you that much.
Okay,
He's a
I
great
got a
dude.
quick Brent Durkin story. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm
But
in a
Shane, I
bad.
got to come back to what you're saying because I got something to say about what you were
Oh,
saying.
I'll make it fast. I'll make it fast.
Okay.
So I'm in the cages because he played baseball, right? So I'm playing. I was hitting batting cages right before him, and I have my helmet on, right? As we should. He was behind
Yes,
me.
safety
He gets
first.
in my ear, and with this sexy voice, he goes, "Yo, Bodney," because he called me Bodney,
Yeah.
And he goes, "Have you ever been? Do you know what did he say? Do you know what it feels like to be sacked as a quarterback? Do you know how it feels? You know, to be a quarterback?" I go, "No." He takes the bat and he hits me on top of the head with a bat. And I go, "Oh!" And then my ears are ringing. He goes, "That's what it feels like." I go, "Okay, thanks, Dirk. Thanks." And he
Good
goes,
old Brent Durkin.
now go hit the ball. Now go hit the ball."
Yeah. Now refocus and hit the ball.
Yeah, refocus.
Oh god.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
No, I was just saying, response to Shane, it's different now. You can't do that anymore. You can't grab kids' face masks as much as you want to sometimes. You can't. But I will say
Hands-on.
that you can still you just got to have a good read for each kid, like individually, like what you how to push their buttons or motivate them. And there's a lot of kids that you can still be really darn hard on because, and honestly, it's the kids who have parents that are, strict and do, are disciplined. But there's some kids that you really got to be careful with how you talk to them because they'll just shut down and you'll kind of lose them. So it's a fine line. I think way more of a finer line these days than it was before. Because I mean, let's be honest, the generations have, as we've gone along, gotten a little softer. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's changed. I mean, even starting coaching 20 years ago or 25 years ago. God damn, I'm getting old. But till now, it's like, I mean, you really, and especially like, you really got to be careful of how you respond and how you can't overreact to a lot of stuff. And it's not. I don't say it's harder to coach. It's probably just the same. At football's football, and it is what it is. Kids are kids, and it's just the other stuff that you got to be cognizant about, which is like the social media and people.
Yeah, I feel like it would always be in your mind.
Like anybody could just say, anybody could take a video or something out of context. Like,
sure,
like you can have a great relationship with a kid and a parent or whatever, and they'll just see a 3-minute clip or something or a picture, and say like, oh, and then all of a sudden you're getting bashed on social media, and then then it's just can get so skewed out of whack. It's so you got to be careful, but for the most
tells
part,
me
it's
that you've been in
different.
the clear this whole time, though, Bandy. Something tells me that
I'm pretty cautious of. For the most part, I'm pretty cautious. But
is that why you have no phones in practice?
Yeah,
no phones. That's kidding.
It's hard to practice with a phone. If you want to be good, it's hard to practice with a phone.
You got a couple shout outs, Bando. Check this out. You have Toya says congratulations, Chris Bandy.
Nice.
And you also have Christy George, Dicky.
Oh yeah,
happy Thanksgiving to
some of my great classmates.
92.
That's right.
So see what we need now to approach the kids is a TikTok video like the kids do, like with 3 people are dancing, have coach in the front and have like Dirk and another assistant coach in the back doing something, right? And the kids would go bananas.
Oh yeah, they're all over that stuff. Like if I were to say it, like do any kind of thing on TikTok or something, they'd be all over that, which I try to avoid. But every once in a while, you got to let your guard down and let them know you're human.
Oh, I've been dying to ask this. All right, so Coach, when you go, you have the great.
Shane's been wanting you on here for a long time.
I know, I can tell.
So you know,
well,
I love it,
dude. I love
it's been
football,
a while, man.
It's football season. It's college football season. All right,
that's right.
We love Bandy. We grew up with him. He's a football coach. So you get the big victory. You go back to the locker room, and it's a feel good moment. You're having that speech. Okay, this is something we see a lot on TV. It's for good times. It's fun. Where they get the coach who's probably not very dancey, but they get you to dance in the middle. Have you ever danced in the celebration in front of them?
I've danced.
You had the rally,
and they're all rallying.
Hey, but
I
Shane,
think of that. I should have found that.
But Shane, but little known fact about me, I can dance. Like I got rhythm, bro.
I didn't doubt you, brother.
I'm not
the big show. I didn't doubt you.
No, it's yeah, every once in a while, it's been a while. I probably need to do it a little more, but it's buried in there. I can bring it out at any time. Anytime.
But the kids love it. See, right? They feed off that energy. Like
you're
just doing it.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. When you're the old guy of the group, and then you show like you can be young again, act young again. Kids love that stuff.
And be enthusiastic, cool. Right? It's energy.
Yeah.
It's energy.
Yeah, it's all energy.
You're sharing energy.
You got to bring the juice every once in a while. You know what I mean? You got it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I thought I had a picture of Bandy doing your rally dance. That would.
God,
that was hilarious. Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But they eat it up, though. It's great. It's fun.
It is good. It's all. I mean, you got to have fun at the end of the day. It's high school sports. Kids want to have fun. Yeah, everybody's motivated to do it, and and I'm gonna let you know, we make our kids work hard. Like we work their tails off, man. 0 period. They're up at early practicing weightlifting year round. So you got to be able to have fun with it and let them have a little bit of fun.
But you have them like kind of like huskies, to where there's some that you could just tell they have their DNA. That's the leader of the pack, and they start to push the other member.
There's always those alpha males involved with sports. I mean, there's dudes that everybody looks at in the beginning. They're like, I don't want to get hit by that guy. You know what I mean? Or I can't cover that guy.
It's almost like a coach, an extension, another coach on the field, right? See, you can rely.
Yeah.
They're gonna make sure they're all in line. Like, mind your cues.
Yeah, for sure.
And they probably say the things that you want to say, but then they say the alpha says it to the team, and you go,
Yeah, they can do things a little differently than we can do things with
Yeah.
from kid to kid
Y'all
stuff.
think I was gonna say that.
It's like you ordered the code red. No, you wanted me on that wall. You needed me. No, we don't do that. But
Good reference.
yeah, we don't do that. But I think kids on their own sometimes do that. We've had to kind of monitor that a little bit. But
There you go.
there's always those guys that are super intense and super like hyper focused, and sometimes you gotta taper down or up or accordingly.
How many players do you have on the team too? I mean, you have like was that 40?
we were it's a lot different in Taft. We were like at 48 kids I think this year.
Yeah, that's
on
crazy.
varsity.
What did Taft? How many we have in Taft? Because I remember there's just a mess of
we were like
jerseys.
30 probably 30.
Was it 30?
I think we were all going both ways. And
remember you guys went to a pizza factory for lunch?
Yeah, that was
for the games. You guys would all walk down.
I'll tell you what, Taft High was a great place to play because, small town football is really cool because everybody in the town rallies around you. Everybody's rooting for you. It's it is
Texas.
Yeah, it is a lot different than like Bakersfield. And you got 20 high schools, and that kid transfers there, and that kid transfers there, and it's like you were Taft. Like that's what's cool about like I know Shane said everybody's been supporting it. I've gotten so many texts and messages on like Facebook and it's from Taft people that I haven't talked to in a long time. Like, hey, great job, Coach Manny. We supporting you, man. And it's like super cool to see how much small town football.
It's a
really,
feel good story because it's
really cool.
It's like one of our own is doing positive things. So hey, we're behind you. It's almost like I don't know how to describe it. It's way off, but like your success is kind of like I don't want to say our success, but like it's a good
no, it is. It kind of is.
Feel us because we're rooting for you because
yeah,
people that came up with you and knew you were behind you. You're doing something positive, and like we were backing you. I mean, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I think that's always been the cool thing about Taft is like I don't know if there's anybody from Taft that doesn't root for each other. You know what I mean? Like as you grow older, and even if you weren't like the best of friends or didn't hang out all the time, like when you get older and you see somebody doing something cool, like you'll always support them because they're Taft people. Like they're Wildcats, man. We're all Wildcats at heart. You love and you support each other no matter what.
I think that most people don't realize the connection, kind of like a family connection that we had in high school, and most people don't really have that nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, why do you want to reconnect with so many people from your school? I mean, why don't you just move forward or something? You know,
I've even seen comments in Bandy's Facebook, whatever, other former coaches like Woody and others chiming in and congratulating you because you're a product of them.
Yeah,
it's
nice. It's awesome.
Tight fam.
Like, I tell you what, like Newt and Woody and Larry Brown have always been my biggest supporters, man. Like Larry and I know Tracy and Darcy, like they've all come to some of my games before and send me
how inspiring.
They send me supportive texts and
baby.
Yeah, they text me and say, "Hey, that's awesome. Good luck, and we're going to try to be there." And it's super cool. And I've run into those guys, and
that's got to lift you up, man. That's got to.
No, it's super cool. It's super awesome that you just make them proud, because you respected them so much as coaches, and you want to kind of pass that down to all the kids you coach too. So hopefully someday they kind of see you in the same regard as we see those guys. So.
Absolutely. Cool. So do you play? I'm just because I'm not sure on this one, but do you actually play Taft the in-year program on your schedule, or is that
no? We're a lot bigger school.
They're a different level, man. Different division.
Different league.
I don't know. I didn't even play football, guys. I'm kind of out in left field. Literally, I was in left field.
You were in left field.
I think I was in left field actually.
We were in the batting cages most of the time, Rod. Together, getting ready to be.
So enlighten me. Is it usually divided not only by, I'm sure, talent level, but like student body level, or like the district you're in?
Yeah, who do you play?
How do they divide it?
It's a lot different now than it used to be. It's strange. Like, so class, like school size really doesn't have anything to do with it. It's kind of ranked based on your previous years and
talent
you have
level.
and you have a base division that's goes off your previous like 3 to 5 years or whatever. I don't even know what it is anymore, but like we're a base Division II team, but now how your success determines what level of playoffs you go in. So like the last 2 years we were in Division II playoffs, went to the semifinals both years, lost in close games in the semifinals. And then this year, because we were 10-0 and league champs, we got bumped up to Division I, and we were the 2 seed in Division I. And they played Central High School from Fresno, who's been one of the best teams in the last 10 years. And Fresno, and we were right there. But the goal is for us. We want to be a Division I team. We want to be with the big boys, and but it really doesn't have anything to do with like your student body.
Your location is
about
location, right?
It's like it's all the central section, but it really is all about like we're in the league with kind of the big boys of Bakersfield and the Garces and Liberty, Centennial, Stockdale, and then so they kind of tier the leagues now. There's a top tier league, and now the SSL is the biggest league around. Like they have like 8 teams in it or something, but so that's kind of stayed a little more pat, but with smaller schools, you got Shafters, Wasco's, Kennedy, which is in Delano, and Chavez, which is Delano. So they kind of reached out of the area a little bit, but so it's kind of it's kind of weird. It's a lot different. And now all you got to do to go to the playoffs or qualify for the playoffs is win 3 games, which is when we were in high school is ridiculous.
3 games within your league, right?
Yeah, no, it's right. I mean, you win enough games, you're going to qualify, and it's like, and some schools, I don't know, if you win 3 games, do you really deserve to go to playoffs? I don't know, but we'll see. No, Shane, it's 3 games overall. Like you'd go 3-7.
Oh,
and qualify.
I thought it was like, say you got 5 league games.
Because we used to have to finish top 2 in league, I think, to make the playoffs at all.
Get like NBA playoffs. Oh, geez.
Yeah, now it's like, there's because like in Division I, which we were in, there's 12 teams. So we had a first round bye, but every division after that, there's 16 teams, and you qualify by winning 3 games, but doesn't mean you obviously get selected to go. Just they go off your rankings and stuff, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. But
and what did Taft's record? How did they finish?
They had a pretty good year. I mean, Brian Durkin's done a great job. He's been there for 2 years and he's done outstanding. Last year they had a really good year. I think they finished tied like third in the league. This year I think they were I can't remember exactly, maybe 4-6. But they won a playoff game and then lost in the second round. But they've done well, man. He's done a really good job over there. They're competing with the best teams in the SSL.
So if hypothetically they knock out a 10-0 season next year, and then the year after they'll be bumped up to another division,
right?
Like if they do really well. I mean,
if they're 10-0, they'll probably be bumped up. But I don't think we'd ever meet each other just on size alone and stuff like that. So
okay. I was curious.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at.
Would you go extra hard to get your own?
Of course.
Like, well,
Yeah, of course.
Let's have it like we'll keep it close. Or no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be brother versus brother. Did you see?
I know
that
would be
the
interesting.
Durkins.
The Durkin crew. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian's got a good thing going there. I follow his feed as well, and there's a lot of positive things, especially on what I admire. Like I at least my take is that Brian also, like you, is not only a coach, but he's committed and he's with the community. It means a lot to him, and he's doing a lot more behind the scenes.
Right, exactly.
And he's embracing all the other parts of coaching.
Yeah,
he's molding young men, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
He's a true mentor to the kids, and like having a positive effect on the community and the kids, and getting the support behind him. And I mean, I coached with Brian my first couple years of coaching. I coached out at Taft High, and man, he was fun to coach with. He's a really good coach. He is a really good coach, and he'd do well wherever he was at. He's just a good, solid guy, man.
Yeah, he came on to the chat about a year or so ago. He came on.
Yeah,
And we've been doing this quite a while. I'm trying to think of how long, which episode it
I
was.
know, huh?
That would be sharp if I knew exactly which episode, huh?
That would be impressive.
Episode 64.
Where's the? I would be
20 minutes
impressed if you
in.
had a picture waiting for that.
I know.
You've been on it today, Rod.
I know. Oh, by the way, I got a hold of this guy, Bandy, and I told him if he doesn't show that
I know, what the heck?
you have the best
What in
hands.
the world? Is that Braveheart?
You had the
That's
best. It's Rambo Shane.
Bestest.
It's Shane Bo. Shane Bo.
Shane had the bestest
Shane
hands
Bo's
in the
why
world.
I'm the best.
No,
I know
we had some good times. We had some good times.
Gentry
Oh, yeah.
did probably wasn't around listening
No,
to
he was. I think he was
Shane.
gone.
He had his own like thing going on. I mean, it was hilarious. Everybody was doing. He goes,
Oh yeah.
"Why says?" And
Yeah, I
we were
know.
he just had his.
He was a good athlete.
He was
good.
yeah.
Good. Yeah, he was a good athlete. Probably didn't get the chance he deserved, to be honest with you. But
he got his back got messed up with playing basketball.
Yeah.
I think he would always drive to the lane and like jump into people and get smashed.
He was not afraid of anything. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ugh. He never let me win, Bandy. Can you imagine that? He never let.
Gosh dang it!
You know what I mean? Let me. You know.
Let you have your shining moment. Shining moment.
I think somebody should have pulled me off to the side and said, "YeNDoR, you should pick a different sport. I'm just telling you, you just don't have the body type for basketball."
Rod's in the bathroom stall like Eminem. Like, if you had one chance to shine, like, vomit on my shirt, Mom Spaghetti.
That song was around when we were in high
Shane
school.
Adams.
Rod would have been a different baller if that song was around. When we were
if I had my dad's Mustang to block all my shots, you know.
That's true.
And Shane, we would play basketball behind my house, and I would always like dribble behind my dad's Mustang, and I would drain my shots over there. They're cheater. I go, hey, I gotta get a screen. No one can block this shot.
Rod would be this California super long hair rapper with like
yeah.
I know it was
Nice.
It was fun. The only time I could dunk when I brought down to 8 feet, and then I could dunk. See, I didn't have the hops back then.
He had the Peter Dinklage measurements going on.
Hey, that hoop is legendary though. There's a lot of good stories from that hoop.
Yeah, it was fun. Man. We had a lot of good times until the rim got smashed by everyone dunking on it. And then back in Spud Webb won the slam dunk championship. Dunk contest. I ended up getting this big barrel and I flipped it upside down, and I would jump off this big barrel that was like 4 feet off the ground, and I would dunk on it. And my mom came out, get off that thing. You know, my legs had never been so sore coming down because I was
landing from that high.
Folks, I looked like a fourth grader in high school, and I literally almost got kicked out of high school because they thought that I was there to pick up my brother. The teacher goes, "Are you here to get your brother?" No. Why would you have?
Yeah.
I got freshman Friday in my junior year of high school, and it is what it is. I got perfume. Like somebody went up to me and just threw perfume on me. I was like, "What are you doing? I'm like almost a senior. Come on."
Come on, man.
And then she goes, "Get in your locker." I go, "Listen here, lady."
Maybe this says about your. Did you smell?
It was like one of those things. Either you get shoved in a trash can, a locker, or you got perfume thrown on you. Apparently,
I didn't get thrown in the trash can. Why did you get thrown in the trash can?
I don't.
Well, I did. I just got perfumed.
They said he's short. Let's toss him in the.
I did see Chris Santos get shoved in a locker. I felt bad.
You seem nice. Like, why would you? I mean,
that's yeah.
I think she was flirting. I think
she was attracted to you. Yeah.
I take it as a flirt.
She heard Durkin call you Bodney. She was like,
she wanted to find out. Huh?
Ooh, Rod the Bod? Why don't they call him Rod the Bod? This is intriguing.
I thought there was a lot of sarcasm in that one. I think you guys are just joking. They were just all joking. Well, hey, we gotta go ahead and jump into the private chat, Bandy, where it gets all crazy. In the vault. Bandy, your birthday's coming up soon.
So is yours.
In the vault.
The whispery stuff. There he goes. There he goes.
Where it all goes down. In the vault. Shout out to Chris Walter. He has the internet went down, and he was stuck in his truck trying to chime in.
The
and
floating head.
Stuck in a truck with a chihuahua.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah,
his dog goes everywhere with him.
that's cool.
Well, you gonna stick around a little bit, Bandy? And
Yeah.
vault. You coming
Yeah,
around?
I'm on vacation, baby.
Do the get
It's
in
a
there.
secret.
You don't have to lean forward. Your microphone's are right there.
But it's for effect when you do it. When you do it.
You got to put your head down, like.
Doing secret.
All right.
Secret
I will
recruiting
leave
for
the. I will
Frontier
leave
High
the.
School.
Okay.
We'll be in the vault. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the messenger, and hopefully you
Sweet.
guys join us in the vault. Thank you, Bando.
Yo.
YeNDoR'S WiLDCaT Chat Show with Rod and Shane on the microphone.
And folks, make sure to subscribe, click the bell, get notified on YouTube. Until next time, guys. Peace, love. Until next time. I'm going to go take a bath. I'm out of here. Boom.